Hey guys, so the Con Crunch is real, and I'm only stopping to film this because I pricked myself. Stop bleeding now, but it still kind of hurts. Anyway, I got a new camera! I probably look like really high def and stuff. Can you see my freckles? Can you see the dark circles under my eyes? Because I can. Yeah, so I'm stressed. So I'm at Matt's house because he has more house than I do. Right now, what am I working on? I'm working on hoop skirt. That was unintentional. Working on the hoop skirt. We're just taking a long time and I really need to get it done. Because without that, I can't really do any of the rest of it. But the bodice is basically done. I need to do the sleeves, which are kind of like the separate entity to the bodice. Style the wig, that's a big one, and hairnet and ruff. So basically I have loads to do. We're leaving on Tuesday to fly to Toronto. We're spending like a week, 2 weeks with my family doing family things, so I'm not gonna have a lot of time to do anything else. So I'm trying to get as much done before we go as I can. And then, Fan Expo. I'm gonna try and get into the contest. I'll keep you guys updated. Have a good one, I guess. Although, I'll be seeing you in a second because I'm recording this. Hey guys! So, Con Crunch Day, number 2. I'm just packing my stuff for Canada and I filled up this one suitcase with cosplay stuff. So I'm having to swap over to the bigger suitcase. I've also managed to make a complete mess of my parents' living room, so sorry parents. I'm having like major packing anxiety. Does anyone else get that when they're about to, you know, go away for any trip? You get like a little bit of anxiety while you're packing, like, oh my god, have I forgotten everything that I needed to remember? I'm lucky though, because my brothers and my dad are coming out like a week and a bit later. So if I do forget anything, I can be like, can you guys bring this, please? Yeah, I just need to transfer everything over from the one suitcase into the other one. But I'm gonna show you guys what I did last night, because it's kind of exciting. I finished both sleeves. This is what they're gonna look like. Just attached like that. I'm gonna attach them when I get there, because I'm gonna tell you guys my game plan. So I'm trying to do as much of the machine stuff as I can before we go. And in the couple of days that we're staying with my aunt, Matt doesn't know any of this. He's coming with me, and I've kept most of the trip a surprise because he's never been to Canada or like North America before ever. So I've tried to keep most of the trip a surprise. He knows like little bits and pieces. But for the first couple of days, we're staying with my aunt and uncle and cousin. So for those first couple of days, we're gonna get to do like city stuff. I think we're gonna try and go in with my aunt first thing in the morning when she goes into work, and then see Toronto. In those 2 days, I'm gonna try and do as much of the machine stuff as I can. Hopefully I won't be too tired. I know I'm gonna be tired, but I've got you guys to sort of hold me to it. And then we're doing some traveling around Ontario a little bit. So for a couple of days, we're spending some time with some family friends at one of the lakes sort of a bit north of Toronto. And then we are going to Montreal and sort of having a couple pit stops along the way there. We might, hopefully, we'll get to see Ottawa. Because I've been there before, but Matt hasn't, obviously. So I'd really like him to see that. And then, yeah, spending a couple of days in Montreal, and then we get back sort of on like the 29th, I think, from that. It's basically a week. And then I've got Con Crunch time. So during the times when we're traveling, because we're doing all this by car, proper Canadian style, so I'm gonna have a lot of time to do hand sewing in the car. So if I can get all of the machine stuff done, or as much as I can between now and Thursday when we leave, then I'll be in a good place to sort of hand sew stuff in the car. Major Con Crunch, essentially. My grandma sent her sewing machine back with my aunt the last time they went up to visit, because she's in London, Ontario, where we're going a week later. So we're gonna have a sewing machine. Because we're driving, we're gonna be able to bring it with us, so I'll have a little bit of machine time in the evenings, but obviously I want to be spending time with my family and in Canada, you know, because I haven't been there in 6 years. And Matt's never been there before, so I don't want him to just be, you know, feel bad that I'm in the hotel room sewing. Which I will be, but hopefully not too much, because I'm in a really good place-ish. I had to paint the skirt. That's the big thing. I'm gonna try and do some of that tonight. Basco is sleeping here amongst my mess. I washed my backpack. The problem with having like these light colored backpacks is you can see the dirt once it gets on them. So I washed that and it didn't dry. In fact, it's not even completely dry now, but it's like dry enough. It got dry enough this morning. So I'm really behind on packing, and I've just spent, you know, 7 minutes recording this and talking to you guys. Because I wanted to give you an update where I am. My hair's still wet. I have to go to work in a few hours as well. I've got like a 4-hour, it's not even that bad. I've got a 4-hour shift tonight. Our flight is at 7:40 tomorrow morning, but I'm gonna try and stay up. So basically for me, we leave tonight. But I know Matt's gonna try and sleep. I'm gonna try and stay up so I can sew, but also so that I can get acclimatized to the time zone. Hopefully. Oh, so much packing left. So much packing. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm bringing actually, because I can do this while I transfer it. Oh, this is a good idea. I can show you guys what I'm packing while I put it in the other suitcase. I haven't even put the cushions back on the couch. I slept on the couch last night because I've been working in here. So I haven't even put the cushions back on the couch. So that's why that's like that. I've made a complete mess of my parents' house. I'm really sorry, parents. I'm just throwing these things in here. I'm supposed to be packing this neatly. I did a really good job of neatly packing this one. Well, I've just messed it up because I've just taken a bunch of stuff out, but it was really neat. And now I've just throwing stuff in. So all of my cosplay stuff, well, aside from the sleeves, which I haven't put in bags yet, is in these in just like shop bags. And that's the petticoat, which is really light but really poofy, which is taking up most of the space. But I've been trying to keep it mainly into these bags so that A, if something leaks, it doesn't get all over the costume, and B, to try and condense it as much as possible. One thing though that I'm a little bit concerned about with this is I've made a bunch of underwear, like structure wear for this costume, but I can't put the hoops in, the crinoline that I've made, until I get there, because I'd never be able to fit the crinoline in the suitcase. I have to bring these steels, which is in a reel of 25 meters, and it's heavy. I'm terrible at estimating weight because I don't lift weights, but maybe like 3 kilos. So I have to bring that, but I'm worried that it's gonna put me over the weight limit. So we'll see. I'm hoping that if I can pack light besides the costume, I should be okay, or even if they'll let me put it in my carry-on, which I don't know if they will because it's steel. So we shall see. I'm gonna get back to packing. I will check in with you guys later when the real crunch starts. Although, saying that, I'm in a pretty good place, I think, with this costume. If this were like any other convention and I still had just under 2 weeks, like a week and a half to go, I'd be like, you know, I'd take a few days off. But unfortunately, because I'm, you know, going to see family and stuff, I don't want to be sewing and spending time on the costume. I want to spend time with them too. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I need to start the skirt. Although skirts are quite easy to make, especially these kind of skirts. So the hard part, I've done the hard part, basically. I've done the time-consuming things. I just need to get on with it and dry my hair properly, because I need to go to work. After I pack. I need to pack. Okay. Bye! So it is right now 10 minutes to midnight. We have to be up at 4 o'clock in order to leave to get our first plane. And the Con Crunch still real. I've got some painting to do. I'm gonna try and get some of it done tonight before we go. Of the border for the bottom of the dress. I hate being so last minute, but I always am. I hate flying. I'm terrified of flying. Last time I flew, I fainted. Just on the plane while I was sat down, which is not pleasant. Don't faint sitting down. It's awful. Because the thing is usually if you're sat down and you feel like you're gonna faint, you just lie forward, right? But because it's on a plane, you can't go forward. So I just, oh, it was awful. I'm gonna be a mess. I have Matt here to sort of try and soothe me. Last time we flew together, he had to sing to me as we took off. Usually once we get about like 30 minutes in, I'm okay. It's the takeoff that messes with me. I need to get back to work. Next time I see you guys, we will be up and heading to the airport. At some disgusting hour, except the fact that I'm usually awake at that time anyway.